So yesterday I watched Joker 2, and to my surprise, I actually liked it. Comic book movies don't really do it for me. I found the first Joker to be kind of a drag on a rewatch. Um, Even the first time I did have fun. But I guess I wanted to talk about Joker 2, which I did like, but not a lot of people did like. Um, and I guess I wanted to like just go over why I don't think people liked it. I mean, I liked it, of course, because it's a tragedy. It's a horror movie. It's um, also a comedy. A little bit. And it's a musical, and I love musicals. Um, but it just has things I like, and it's pretty. It's a very pretty movie. Um, like, and I felt like such a silly idiot slow boy for figuring this out, but like it uses a lot of like yellow and blue, which makes green, and Joker has green hair, and that's just kind of his color. And it just makes me happy. But I gotta sorry, I got a list down here, and that's yeah. Okay, first thing is that the movie is a bummer. So I guess I am gonna spoil it. But I don't. Well, I guess I'll try not to say too much. But the movie, it's not inspiring. It's not about like a power friendship or someone, because like typically someone in Joker's position, being at his lowest low, the movie would end with him in a higher position. But no, he gets um no, it just doesn't. No, because the whole time, Harley is the villain, and I think she's, is a certified girl boss, one of my favorite villains. And you do watch her, and she does kind of. I don't. What am I saying? What I'm saying is that it's not it's not pleasant seeing Joker get manipulated. Well, Arthur, because they kind of make a distinction of like Joker being a different guy, and that is it's important. Uh, um, uh, Also, and to add on to the bummer aspect of it, like it's about like it it's still a Hollywood movie, so it's not going to be like full, it's not going to be Capital Volume One. It's not communist propaganda, but it touches on like class war stuff and how you know society sort of discards disabled people because they aren't as productive. And but that it also happens to old people as well, but that's beside the point. Um, and it was just a bummer, with a lot of a lot of media, or I guess just the way the world works is that they will say something like prison labor, but the truth is that doesn't exist. That's just slavery because they can't leave and they aren't getting paid. So, but it's prison labor, and especially in the United States of America, people don't like being reminded that they are evil. They don't want to be reminded that they are bad, or that they might be wrong or maybe morally corrupt, and that's just not something people like to be told or reminded of. They don't want to think about that. The average person, they work their 40 hours a week and they come home and they want to fry their brains with TikTok. Or if they don't want to do that, they want to, I don't know, take a bunch of substances because that's the only way they can cope. Or, and you know what? Religion is the opioid of the masses, so we're going to count that too. So I guess so like it is woke. And the thing about being, oh my, I'm on my knees to get this fucking angle and it hurts. So the reason being woke sucks is because being woke is it's just a vibe killer. I mean, unless other people are on your power level, they're gonna feel like guilty or annoyed with you or just think you're a fucking idiot. And yeah, it's not good. It's not. You'll have to. I mean, I usually find myself, because I am right now, visiting family, and you have to tone down the things, you believe in, because these people, these fucking hicks, they live, God, the way they live, it sickens me. Um, and I don't mean anything mean or anything personal. I just mean cars. I don't like them. I don't like being in them. They stink. They're ugly, and they make me sick. So, and God, it I saw I saw an Amazon warehouse with just a parking lot that was just full, and the idea of those people driving to and from the same place every day, stopping, I don't know, to go to Walmart or to Chick-fil-A, made me want to kill myself. Yeah, the fact that they were maybe mildly discomforted made me want to kill myself. Anyways, second reason Joker 2 wouldn't be, I don't think was a hit with the masses, is because it's not stoic. I don't know why so many people were put off by the musical aspect, or were kind of surprised. I was excited when I learned it, because I mean, I like musicals, but it's not a shocking genre change, because he danced in the first one. Singing, dancing, they go together. And maybe it is all the Hell of a Boss I've been watching, but I'm used to the idea of clowns singing. Uh, so the reason, and this is going to flow into my next point, is that singing isn't, it's not cool, it's not stoic. We live in a world where people, the worst thing you want to be is cringe. You go to a pool party, you can't, don't get in the pool, because well, either you can't swim, or you might look stupid swimming, or you don't like how you look with a shirt off. Was this Riz? Um. Anyways, so yeah, singing isn't stoic, and um, it's just cringe. Not many people are comfortable with singing, which is why they'd rather rap or whatever. Um, Not me though. I love to sing. I'm not gonna do it now, and I think it's similar to like a vocal thing, because um, kids, they'll ask me if I'm gay because I talk like this, and I mean, kinda, but not really. I guess what I'm getting at is that an accent is something that you pick up from the people around you. But for me, I guess, and I guess my theory is that the tone of voice you use is also something that you pick up from the people around you. So, if I never feel the pressure to, you know, uh, talk, talk like this, if I never feel the pressure to talk like this, then why would I do that? But it's just, it's just not me. It's not fun. I like doing this, and it's just how I naturally sound now. And while I'm sure while I'm sure I could talk like this, or why would I do that? You know, but that's just, I guess that's more manly. It's comforting. I don't know. So singing would have you, to be good at it, I guess, or decent. I don't know. You just have to be a lot more expressive than usual, and society, professionalism is not expressing yourself, which is, that's humane, right? I mean, getting mad at your DoorDash driver, your hired slave, for eating on the job. I mean, fuck that guy, right? Not very professional. Uh, so, uh, okay, so the last point. I don't know who that little Latino was, but let's get rid of that guy. The last point is incels. Why did incels? And I guess this is the big one. Why did incels like the first Joker? Because they related to Arthur. They related to the idea of being laughed at, being an outcast. That's why people liked it. he's a little crazy, and um, it's easy enough to see why. But the movie wasn't about that, and I guess no, I guess I'm just using this as a reason oh my god. I'm using I'm using it as a reason to, I guess, talk about why um, incels can't be communist, because I don't know if I'm using the word right, but materialism basically just is, I guess, putting value on material possessions. That's just what I've gathered from just seeing the word being used. So I've seen a guy, like verbatim. I don't know if I'm even using that word right, but I've seen him say something like, "You can never convince me to be a communist. I'm a trucker, and I own nice things, and I live comfortably." That it it God, it shook me to my core, because these bitches are just dumb. I mean, they're just fucking stupid, and there's nothing you can do about it. But that got me thinking. Incels. Oh my god. Right. Incels. This might be harder to hear. Um. Uh. I'm trying to be louder so now my voice is deeper. I'll just stand. So a common thing incels will tell each other as advice is to get your money up, and that's just a common advice men will give to attract women in general. Passport bros, the president. What they do is they buy a wife, and it's a transactional relationship, but it's not exactly prostitution, because that implies that you can't pull, and prostitution is icky because women who enjoy sex should be killed. Um, Gosh, this is this is a hard. Sounds like my wife. Uh, so the reason, so I guess what I'm saying is that incels sort of get caught up in identity politics, and I guess that's why they didn't like Joker too, because well, in Joker 2, Joker struggled with his identity, because they really sort of attacked Arthur as a person. The part where Puddles came out and I don't know, that hot lady started talking about his mom. I didn't cry, but I felt the tingle. I felt the tingle that I get when I don't like see what I'm looking. Point is, didn't make you feel good, because he really got just broken down, and it sucked. It wasn't nice, and I like that. It didn't make you feel good, but that's art. Art's supposed to make you feel things. It's, it's a good movie. Um, but yeah, with the whole, I guess the core conceit you have to remember with incels is that they are bad people who do not grow. That is the way they have to work. It's a lot like a sitcom where every character, the characters reset to zero. The world doesn't change. So that's I guess sort of the incel mindset. I guess the average person's mindset, because they're so busy, working and stuff, that they don't really have time to grow. And but that's I mean, that's not anything I have to say about myself. That's just me, I guess, trying to justify being unemployed. But I'm happy, and I don't I'm happy, and I don't have to do the things that other people have to do to be happy, like smoke, or go on TikTok for hours, or just staring at the screen like a fucking zombie. That's not me. No. Um. So the reason why an incel would want to not be communist is because communism is less masculine. See, that the thing that capitalism promises you is freedom. It appeals to the masculine side in you, and it tries to claim that the superior product will win, and that if you work hard, you will do well, and you will be able to own and control things. That's what it it's about, dominance and control and ownership and comfort at the end of the day. So to to not only realize that you are, so it's much easier to accept being oppressed by women or Jews than to realize that your own people are making you live basically, like a slave, or just taking things from you. And it's just easier to scapegoat and to blame these people, and to think that in a perfect world everything is the exact same except for those people are gone. It's the idea that you don't have to change. Um, that's what it sells you. That's why getting your money up is, because it's not changing. Getting your money up isn't changing as a person. It's just having more things to buy a girl with. That's what they want. That's what they like. It works for them. But communism would have you believe that you might have to improve as a person, and that you can't just own everything and just force people to do what you want. It it it's like it's I guess it's I don't know. You see what I'm going with here, right? What I'm doing with like the way Joker 2 sort of like splits apart Arthur and the Joker, and how incels would rather want to be a victim of women and just and libs and Jews, rather than realizing that they are flawed individuals, and blaming their height or their face, rather than the fact that they are not pleasant to be around. And you don't have to be an interesting person. God, people are, so many people just have nothing going on in their heads. God, rocks for brains, and they have a girlfriend. It's not. I don't know how they talk about nothing. Like, they're just together because that's just what they like doing. They're like fucking I don't know, water drops is dripping faucet. Water drops. Ow. You just push two water drops together and they just do the thing. That's people. Yeah. So what am I saying? Joker 2, yeah. I guess it just didn't really have an audience. I mean, me, I liked it. So, but yeah. I guess that's me, justifying, defending the movie, and doing another incel video, because I guess I remember my roots. I think they often ask about how you avoided becoming, a right wing, or and me, it wasn't, remembering you were a minority, although that did matter. Part of it was, I guess, getting immersed in the incel culture and realizing how horrible those people were. They were just garbage. And I mean, I'm not saying that, like, normies are good people. No, they're evil. They're basically Hitler. It's like, but I don't know. That's it though. Intel's bad. Joker 2 good.